Okay. So now cut off the last two. Think of the top three values. You had a lot of fun thinking you could handle all five. You can't handle all five. Handling in three is difficult. Okay, so everybody's at three?
Yeah.
Oh wow, that was fast. How important were those values? You could scratch them out so easily.
Very.
Okay, so anybody wants to share?
Yeah.
Yep. Okay, so loud and clear, please.
They have
Yep. In descending order.
descending.
Yeah. So the most important first.
The most important. I mean, like, you don't want it how I wrote.
No, I want it in the descending order. This is the most important thing, then this, then this. Okay, and some of you will say, no, equal, no.
I didn't get
Just
it.
imagine you can't do equal.
I most important value between the five.
Yeah. Okay, I should have clarified what a value is because there are too many definitions of value. Value is what is important to you.
Okay,
So it's not only things like ethics, morals, and all that.
No, that's
Value is what is important to you. So if buying a big car is important to you, then big car is a
So
value.
you want me to tell you which is the most important?
Yes.
First,
Yes.
still children.
So children,
Freedom and family.
okay. Okay. Anybody else? A male this time.
That's simple, just reverse the order.
not that
I don't
simple.
think so.
Not that simple.
Freedom is first.
Nice and loud.
Getting married is first.
Getting married?
Okay. That's very good. That's exactly what I was looking for.
That's the thing
So,
to the list.
so just to clarify, has everything been finalized?
That's why
It has.
That's why. Second thing is.
No, it has been
It
finalized.
has been finalized.
No, so okay, so no, I want
This
to
opportunity.
You should have told that.
I want to be careful about what I say. So what something about it has been finalized. Like the person you're going to marry. The person you're going to marry has not been finalized. Or she has. Your partner is finalized. Okay, your partner is not finalized. Okay, then I can say what I want. Okay, so that is important. So getting married.
Married is finalized.
Fact that he wants to get married, he's got it in his mind.
Okay.
Making variable.
What?
Making variable. Variable device like a Google Glass or something.
Okay. Making
Variable.
Device.
variable
Device.
device or device. Making a variable device. Okay.
And office and US.
Office.
In the US. Office in
Have an office in the
Have
US.
an office in the US.
Get married there.
Anybody can wants to comment on this?
These are things to do.
Sorry?
Personal.
Very reverse. Okay. Diverse. Okay.
There are things to do more than life skills to do.
Is he going to? Is he going to have? Is he going to have sound mental health? Or is he not going to have sound mental health? If these three are the topmost priorities in life, is he going to have?
No.
Is he going to be able to accomplish his
He
goals?
is going to live in the future.
All these three
more
goals.
than the present.
So-
He's going to live in the future more than the present.
Okay, so everything is possible in this world. That's a fact because we never know how things are going to turn out. But the chances are very low that you are going to get success in all three areas. Because if you're going to get married, that requires a huge amount of time commitment. A huge amount of time commitment, especially at the beginning of the marriage, and before the marriage, and after the marriage. And then it depends on how the marriage goes. So this is in conflict with these two. Okay, so that's why it's very important to understand what your top 3 priorities in life are and see if there's a conflict. And there are 2 options. One is you find a way generally to work around that conflict. So you marry somebody from Google and maybe it can work.
I knew you were going to come up with that.
So you find a way to resolve the conflict, number 1, or you change your values. Okay, most people, again, it requires a lot of thinking, right? Because every decision involves sacrifice, right? If you're deciding this, that means you're saying no to everything else. And many people want all the fruits in their basket. They can't get it. So it's very, very difficult.
I would like to share.
One solution perhaps would be to find a very rich girl.
And she will let him work late nights. Fat chance.
No, she would give him the funds, the resources
Uh-huh.
to pursue his dreams.
Right, you got some leads on that?
It's the same thing, right? I married a husband who would give me the freedom that is sufficient for myself.
Yeah. So you don't think there's any conflict here? You're not experiencing any problem, right? So I think this looks very good. And this is very difficult unless there is a reconfiguring, get rid of some value which is conflicting or find some way to resolve the conflict. So this is a very important exercise.
It also means that your hierarchy should be based on the needs rather than wants.
See, again, needs are ultimately, the dictionary definition of need is stuff like food, clothing and shelter. So I would say wants, not needs. A person who has needs doesn't have the luxury to do all this. He's too busy searching for his next meal.
No, I'm not talking about that kind of need. See, there are certain, I'm not talking about basic roti kapda and makan. I'm not talking about those needs. I'm saying that the needs are, which are very much essential for life. That kind of thing. Say like, now you look at the freedom. And that is a need.
It's not need.
No.
You can still be alive in chains.
No, that's right. But again, that's a need for a person to be independent. The freedom here is not, that she just wants to come out of the family or come out of the children. No, that is not the kind of thing. But what she needs is that the freedom from, some kind of binding. So she wants to have more time for herself. That is, if I am right. If I am thinking that way, I think that should be the kind of thing.
Yeah, so
that is mainly which needs to be prioritized. So wants are something like that, the dreams like I want to have a Mercedes Benz where I have 2 lakh rupees salary a month and I want to have that. Okay, it could be a possibility, but it may not be a possibility. That is the kind of wants which I am looking at.
Yeah, so you have to, first of all, you got to clarify what all this means.
Yes.
Freedom means what? You got to clarify all that
Yes.
in as much detail as possible.
Be more detailing.
And we are not using the term need loosely. The term need, the dictionary definition is that's what you need to stay alive at a physical level. So they're going to be wants, but which want is critical has to be decided by you. So most people don't do this exercise and they just live their brains, live their lives on autopilot, and then they have all sorts of problems. So they get frustrated because they're not able to achieve their goals, and then they go to these favorite resorts. One resort is drugs, alcohol, tobacco, and junk food. I find these 4 to be very, very appealing to all these guys. And then they say, "अरे मेरे ज़िंदगी में कुछ नहीं हो रहा है, मैं रोज़ सुबह उठता हूँ ना, मेरे body में energy नहीं रहता है." All that stuff. That's because they don't have the values. They don't know exactly what they're seeking in life. So you're not going to have any amount of willpower if you're always going to be in conflict with yourself. You're doing this, but some part of you is saying, no, that's not important, this is important. And you keep having a tug of war. So it's not going to work. And you can go to all the seminars in the world, you can have the best personal trainer in the gym, you can do all that, but if you don't resolve this inside you, it's not going to work. So it sounds very easy for me to say that. It is terribly difficult for you to actually implement it. And the reason I added my name along with Obama and Zuckerberg and Steve Jobs is because I want to show you, I want to prove to you that I take all this very seriously. I'm not an armchair trainer, I'm an action-oriented trainer. I implement plenty of these strategies. It's impossible to implement all the strategies, but I take the ones that I think are really critical, and I do it, and I actually use it. I have met trainers who have no connection with the subject they're supposed to be training on. I met a trainer on personal branding, and he was saying these are the top 3 tips for personal branding. The first tip is you have to have a USP. What is a USP? A unique selling point. There has to be something unique about you. And he never told us what's unique about him. And there's not a single thing unique about him. There's not one single thing unique about him. So, plenty of guys were just a lot of fluff, and I just don't see any connection between what they're saying and what they're doing. So I'm actually doing it. So that's why I added my name to that, and I'm doing this. I met a dietitian, I met plenty of dietitians who have fat themselves. I said, how does this work? Oh, yeah, I train people how to be energetic. I train people how to slim down. I have the latest research. I do this. I write blogs. I said,
It's like the saloon owners.
yeah,
Saloon owners who look messy.
yeah, absolutely. Okay, so let me just finish the story and then open it for questions. So I'm going to tell you my 3 values, and some of you will think I'm a psychopath. That's perfectly fine because I'm achieving all my goals through those 3 values. So the top one is a big surprise to most people, I'm sure. It's brain. Second one is body, and the third one is money. Okay, so that's my 3, and it's very clear. The priority is very clear. This comes last because if I've got to take care of my brain and I have to switch off my mobile phone for let's say 3 hours at a stretch, and I lose business because of that, and that's fine. I'm perfectly fine with that. I'm not going to take chances with my brain. I can take chances with my money. Okay. And second is so brain, body, money. Now, especially the ladies in the room are thinking, oh, what about family? What about this? What about that? Well, I think if I don't take care of this, I cannot be of any use to anyone. So I all that is important, but I have to prioritize this because I think if I do it this way, it works very well and it's working very well right now. So I'm sharing this stuff again to demonstrate to you that this is not some stuff that I'm just saying just to make money or training for the heck of training. There's so much fluff available out there. I really mean it. And you can see so much fluff on Facebook. People putting up stuff, I am going to do this, I'm going to do that, and you see that nothing seems to be happening. Okay, so any questions about this before we move on to the last strategy?
One question, Dharmendra. So incidentally, I read the book Getting Things Done.
Yeah.
And I'm aware that David talks about a really comprehensive strategy which takes a lot of conscious effort to implement. The question is how much of that you implement, the number of folders he recommends and all of that. And I've actually implemented some of it and find it really working well, but just a question for you that...
Folders is physical.
Yeah, the folders...
You don't need those physical folders because of Google Calendar. So what David Allen would do, he's got these file folders. He would keep one file for each day of the week, each day of the month. He would say, okay, when I reach that month, I will do that task. So if I think of writing a book, I don't have the time right now, so I will say, okay, start thinking about what to write in the first chapter. I will go to Google Calendar and put it on 30th December 2015. So till 30th December, I don't need to do anything. And Google Calendar is going to send me a reminder. I don't have to remember when I've delegated it. I'll get an email. You can put that setting in Google. Whether it's supposed to ping you, make a sound, or it's supposed to send you an inbox. So I prefer the inbox because I check my mail regularly. And that's it. So you don't need a separate particular file. That's what I'm saying. It's so easy now. So
what you're saying is the ideas explained in the book are valid. It's just that the tools have changed. The concepts are still remaining the same. That do this, put a reminder and stuff like that. But instead of doing it now on paper, you have a different tool to do the same thing.
Yeah, but he also recommends plenty of tools on his website. So you can go to GTD or Getting Things Done website. So there's a blog and all the latest tools, latest softwares are suggested.
And you still suggest the file?
The file is for people who want the file.
Achha, okay.
So the thing about a book is that he can't keep updating the book all the time.
Yeah.
So that's why if you're really following an author, then buy his book and subscribe to his website because then you come to know the latest stuff. He can't keep on coming out with the reprint. Okay, so last question on this. Yeah. Sorry. Okay, let's take these 2 questions.
So I agree to your point on the one who struggle with this because my office, everything is on a Microsoft. I have an Android and I do everything on a Google Calendar. But my professional life and my personal life then live in these two separate platforms. How do I marry this? If I'm sending all my reminders there, many a time it might pop up on my device. Many a times it's just popping on my office desktop. So how do I sync the two? I'm just trying to.
There is no difference between professional life and there's only one life. There's a stupid concept called work-life balance. Now, what do you mean by work-life balance? So that means work is not life? What does it mean? I don't understand it. These are all silly artificial distinctions. So I would suggest you put everything in one file and reduce this cumbersome.
For example, calendar, the Outlook calendar.
Yeah.
If I sync the Outlook calendar to my device, all my personal birthday reminders, everything goes into my official inbox as well. So I'm giving my data to the organization when I don't want to give it. That's what I mean.
That's why I don't suggest Microsoft. Use Google Calendar.
I
So thank you for letting me attack Microsoft. See, that's a systemic issue. You have to sort that out yourself depending on the system that you're using. But Google Calendar is amazing.
I'm happy to help offline.
Okay, Rishi will help you offline. But that's a system thing. It's not a strategy thing.
Work-life balance, I would say that if you are passionate enough, if you're passionate in your work, then of course, there's nothing like a work-life balance. But I think 90% of the people are not fortunate enough to have, to balance their passion. So
No.
then there's a need for a balance.
Yeah, there is a need for a balance. Plenty of people are not in the habit of asking questions from theories if they're very well marketed. So the concept of work, the term work-life balance is such a stupid term that you should question the term. What do you mean by work-life balance? Work is a part of life. So the way they're projecting it, it's creating a feeling in most people's minds that work is something dirty, it's something bad, that I just do so that I can feed my stomach and my family. If you're going to have that attitude, then you're never going to be happy because you're going to work 80-90% of the time that you're awake. So it's not work-life balance, it's just efficiency. Just manage your life efficiently. That's it. Obviously, you've got to have balance. You can't have too much balance. If you're focusing on something really intense, then for that period, till you achieve that thing, you cannot have balance. You've got to tell your family members and friends that this is it. For the next 3 years, I'm going to focus on this project. For the next 3 years, I've just left my job and I've just started my business. So things are very intense. For the next 3 years, we're not going to meet often. And you've got to tell your family we're not going to have too many vacations. And that's the way it works. So you're not going to have balance every time.
Yeah, the clarity needs to be there. That's the way you're focusing is how
Yes.
you're doing with all of your passion.
Yes. So these are some tools that can give you clarity. So I'm giving you the last one now. The last one is sorry. Yeah.
Seriously, continuing the last question which she asked. The thing is like, I have my dreams to be achieved. But now when I go to see my actual routine life, I don't find time to even think for those achieving those dreams. What are my personal professional life? I mean, whatever time I'm allocating to my personal professional life, beyond that, I need to allocate some time to achieve my dream.
So that means what you're doing just now is not helping you achieve your dreams.
Yeah, I achieve. Everything is balanced, whatever I achieve will come balance. But what I achieved my dream was, I mean, I can say what my dream was 10 years back, I achieved it.
Okay.
Now to go further ahead. I have some dreams for that. But if I go and achieve those dreams now onwards, I've moved my time completely so much. My personal professional is completely occupied in that. If I to achieve my next dream, then I need to time to think also at least.
Yeah.
Look at actions.
Yeah.
I need to look at time for thinking.
Yeah.
That itself is not different.
How much time do you spend on Facebook every day?
Sorry?
How much time do you spend on Facebook every day?
Not even 1 hour.
Okay. So reduce that further. What is Facebook doing for your dreams? Is that helping you? Is that activity that even half an hour a day, is that helping you go towards your dreams or is it not?
No, I mean I don't do Facebook at all.
Just now you said less than 1 hour, so I presume it's something.
I mean, probably I can say in a month or twice.
Okay, so there's this big philosophical statement which says almost everything in life is useless. Okay, that's really a pretty practical statement actually. You have to look at most of the activities, and I'm sure most of the activities are not helping you go towards a goal. So you got to reorient that. So is this clear in your case? Or is there a conflict? So then nothing else is going to work. You can buy 100 productivity tools and 100 software, it's not going to work. So you got to do this first. Okay, so the last thing is something